Leviathan day, well, 2 actually. On day 2, I figured out that I would like to document my progress with this new box since day 1. So, let me reverse time a little bit. Leviathan showed up in the afternoon right before I was running out to do some errands, and I also had a full night of lessons. I was able to get some models assembled, but yeah, day 1, it arrived. I opened the box. It's crazy. What happened on day 2? I'll tell you what happened on day 2. Let me just pretend like, yeah, day 2. Here we go. Day 2, I really dug into it. You know, I popped the box open. Guess what? This is empty because I wanted to take a look at the rule book. I keep all my books on the floor, and I was very intrigued. I like the new Tyranid models. In the past, I think Tyranids have suffered a little bit. Some of their designs are a little too kind of ape-faced for me. And then a lot of it looks like the same face over and over. It's just kind of a bigger, swollen creature with that same kind of termagant-looking head. But in this new box, I like the variety of bioforms that I'm seeing. So I'm just going to stick with the new stuff and hope that, you know, that it keeps coming. All those kind of weird, a little bit more shocking designs. And I also want to come up with a very weird, shocking kind of, you know, my own representation of the Tyranids. I want them to look a little more scary. So yeah, I've been rolling over a color scheme in my head. I also put up the little TM projector symbol to Uncle Adam and asked if he was going to be receiving a copy of this. He said yes, and so I said, would you like to play a game? And he also agreed to that and gave me the choice if I wanted to do the Marines or the Tyranids. You probably keep up with Uncle Adam's content and know that he's planning on playing a lot of Combat Patrol. I am as well, and inside of the book we have a Tyranid Combat Patrol and a Space Marine Combat Patrol using those fresh new models. My goal is to paint the entire army, but yeah, I can definitely try to get that segment of models done. So yeah, here I am on day 2, still assembling things, and I also ordered some pasta online to make my bases from. That's supposed to arrive on Saturday. It's a specially shaped pasta that has kind of a tentacled fringe to it. I want to have some kind of biomass bases, but we'll do a little base building when the time comes. For now, I'm just assembling things and taking a look over the rules. It has been a while since I played 40K. I need to relearn. I played a single game of 6th edition and decided that I didn't like the game anymore. But I've been playing since 2nd edition. So I've kept up with it. I really have loved 40K for a long time. You know, it's given me a lot of fun in my life, a bond with my brother and all that. So yeah, I'm trying to kind of jump into this fresh edition. It looks like things have been simplified. There's a new army, and this box showed up in my hands. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get excited about things again, and it's working. We'll catch back up on day 3. Okay, day 3. Right on schedule. As you can see from the pile of biomass behind me, all the assembly is complete, and also some biomass of another kind has arrived. A classico pasta special. It has a very organic, wavy shape. That was fun doing a little bit of pasta searching. I didn't think that my miniature painting journey would have me looking up special kinds of pasta, but it's a brand new day. So yeah, the plan is to create, and I want it to look like the bioform is kind of, you know, erupting from the planet's surface. The surface of the planet has just been consumed with, you know, some kind of digestive slime. Like, everything is going to be a uniform color. I'll get to the painting later, but yeah, right now I need to make, you know, I'll take some texture paste, some of this pasta. Hopefully it works well together. There's a lot of bases too. It's like 47 bases or something. So on the larger models, I'll get a little more expressive, and hopefully I need to find some other like larger pieces of tanks and, you know, just kind of castaway Imperial Guard or just generic human gear. You know, I'd like a little bit of wreckage, but everything, you know, just sitting below this saliva of sorts. Also, I am
fascinated by this game. It's been a long time since I played. I may want to read the rules, so I'm putting myself to the task of absorbing this knowledge heavily. I need to wrap my mind around every one of these words and make sure I get things just right, because killing is the sweetest. So hopefully I can get all these bases built and some rules read and collect some B-roll as I'm doing those things. Be back on day 4. Oh yeah, day 5, primed and ready. You can see, look at this sea of darkness behind me. Everything has been primed black, and now I have more time to get some color on the models. My goal today, it's the weekend, hell yeah. I'm staying up late tonight and painting the models up. I think I can do the bases tomorrow, but yeah, previously I worked on a test model, kind of getting some things set up. I have a good idea. Like, I'm going to experiment a little bit as I go on from the test model still, which would be a little risky, but it's fine. So I have a mixture of violet, murderous magenta, and black. That's my base coat. I'm laying it down with a big, thick brush. I'll use the airbrush for most of this, but using a thick hand brush for this first base coat, it's part of airbrushing is cleaning the airbrush, and I aim to avoid that as much as possible. So yeah, painting on the first layer. After that, I have some emerald from Vallejo, and it's very dilute. I'm playing with the transparency through this whole project. Normally things are a base coat with a zenithal primer, and this time around everything is solid black, so it just kind of, it's laying thin colors down. I get a very dark take of everything. And yeah, the emerald is no exception, so lay that down nice and thin. Allow some of that base coat to show through. Lay it down in a couple layers, but yeah, it's just an intermediary step. But yeah, you can see it behind me. That's as far as I've gotten tonight, but as I imagine it, and through the power of editing, I'll collect some future footage. My plan, I also have some just plain red pulled out for, these are kind of my spot colors, but that'll be used on the talons. I'll highlight that with Cotter red base, underbelly blue. That'll be used to universally highlight everything, even the weaponry, the chitin, whatever. That color red, I think I can use it on some of like the heavy weapons, on the barb gaunts maybe. They'll have yellow eyes. A uniform wash of Coelian green, is that what it is? Yeah, Coelia green shade. Then probably the frosty blue highlight after that. Might do some blending here and there. I have like brains to paint later down the road, but yeah, just kind of get that basic, those basic blocks laid in place tonight. Before midnight. Here we go. Hey, alright. Day 6, so I did not get nearly as far as I thought I would last night. If we take a look down here, it's still a lot of work, right? I got all the bases base coated, a little bit of, I mean, all the airbrush work was done, started to detail some things out, kind of take a look, a little bit of a look ahead, but yeah, I think what I should be doing here at this point in the process is breaking the units off to the side and painting them up one by one, right? And then I'll have them to cheerlead me. So first, I'll try to knock out all the termagants, get all those base coated, highlighted up. It's one of those times when you pick up a new color and you're facing it down like, all right, I'm working with the color silver for the next 2 hours. That's what it was with this mixture of jade green. So yeah, let's do some base coating, washing, highlighting, etc. I want to get it all done on the termagants. And there's no way that this is going to go into an excessive amount of days. Oh yes, day 7, read it and weep. The termagants are complete. That was painful, physically and mentally. Painting 20 of the same thing. What a night. Truth be told, it carried over into the next day just a little bit. But as I said, I'm taking separate days to work on this project, so
it bled over into my regular workload a little bit. So be it. But upon completing these 20 termagants, I felt a sense of invigoration, much like after someone finishes 15 pancakes, going back and eating 20 the next time isn't so difficult. So I have some momentum behind me. I've got the 10 neural gaunts. They're complete. I mean, I just have to put a wash down on them. The Tyranid Prime is ready for the wash as well, and then I'll probably work on a Big Bobby tonight. The Carnifex looks like a lot of fun. I want to reward myself after painting all this boring shit. But something larger in life has happened, and the world for me will never be the same. I spilled some grease on my pants for the last time, and I've now normalized wearing an apron. Also, I did a little experiment with the Tyranids basing setup. Originally, I imagined a coating of green digestive slime, populated with these small glass beads, but I tried combining the burnt umber into my Mod Podge dimensional magic to produce a kind of more of a chestnut kind of flesh-toned slime, and it looks nice with the little beads. Combines well with that green undercoat, so that being the grosser thing, I think that will be the choice for me. Going forward, I'm not sure if I'll check in so much day to day. I'm just getting a unit done at a time, and this recipe just calls for basically the same thing being applied. There are certain models with special effects, with exposed brains or spore clouds coming out of their spinal column. I think I'll make a separate video on the special effects. That will be a more detailed area of painting, so why not make a tutorial on it? This is just kind of, well, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to find out what I'm doing as I do it. Such is the way of art. Yes, art. The art of bugs and slime.
Bing bong! Welcome back. We pretend that it's day 8. It's been a while. A lot has happened. I went to a metal fest over the weekend. My voice sounds pretty fucked up. I feel kind of fucked up. But it didn't stop me from painting. It never does. Man, finally, the glorious victory lap. I'll be taking just ample amounts of Mod Podge Dimensional Magic, burnt sienna ink, and all those little glass beads, smearing them all across these bases. A bold and risky move. We'll see how that all comes out. And then, yeah, I just have to paint the rims of the bases. I should probably go in with some... It never works out very well. I mean, it's brittle, but taking some plastic cement and stretching it around from point to point. Some people use Uhu glue. I think I've heard stories that stuff is also pretty brittle, but yeah, maybe for some nice pictures I could add a little bit of stickiness afterwards. I might be kind of walking myself into a corner here by saying that in the narration before I actually do the thing, but time will see who is the fool. Anyways, I'm glad that this leg of the journey is done. I feel pretty annihilated, but trust me, I'm very excited on the inside. So let's wrap it up and then have some final thoughts. Alright, sun's out, guns out. I made it. This whole thing is complete after laying down layers of paste, layers of all that slime and those eggs. Yeah, what can I say at the end of it? I'm happy that I put forth the effort, just like painting putting an intense amount of time into a single figure. Now I have multiple figures to show for my time, and I think I greatly enjoy army painting. It's still, just seeing the footprint that it takes up when it covers all that space on the table, and I enjoy the feeling that if I show up with a fully painted army and submit that to the table, my opponent's army is unpainted, we're playing in my world. If it's snowing on my bases, it's snowing on their bases. This is part of the psychological domination aspect of Warhammer 40k. But yeah, here I am at the end of this. What do I do now? I've just been painting alone by myself through all these sessions. I wish my friends could see me now. Vince? John Ninas? What are you guys doing here?
Yeah, way to go, buddy!
Oh
way
my
to
god,
go.
I can't believe
You did
it!
You did
This
it!
is crazy!
Yeah.
That would be wild. I wonder how those guys are doing. Anyways, thank you for tuning into this video, and your support on Patreon. As always, remain unchained. Looking at someone off screen. Never mind. Let me start over.
There's nobody here.